Hello and welcome to another installment of Let's Play Hack GU Volume 2 Reminisce. Last time, signed up for this Holy Palace tournament with Alcade and Adderley, so that should be an interesting combination. Then we went questing with Pyros and Alcade to dispose of the White Malice Cat. That was amazing. And now I believe I'm supposed to go and check my mail, but first I think I'm gonna peek around and see if there's anyone we haven't talked to yet. We know all of these people so far. That looks like Calculator, yeah. Zold, we know you. How about you? Oh, it's Butt Rice! Don't call me Butt Rice. Okay, fine! I sold it an area and was KO'd in 1 second flat. Hello, I'm Ohm Rice. Have you ever been to an offline gathering? If you haven't, you really should. They're lots of fun. I promise you, you'll find someone you thought was a girl turn out to be an introverted old man in his 40s. That sounds like fun. Really, it's just a big carnival full of thrills and chills. Great. Pyros, you're blocking everything. I often go to them together with Calculator. I met him about 4 years ago at an offline gathering, of course. He and I were complete opposites, but that worked out well. We're 20 years apart in age, but we get along great. Which one of you is older? Huh? But Butt Rice? How do you know about that name? My name is Ohm Rice. Ohm Rice! Don't ever call me Butt Rice again. Alright, kiddo. You got it. I won't call you that. I'll leave it to Mr. Calculator over there. Alright, let's log out and check mail. I went the wrong way for the logout command. That's okay, though. Also, my throat is a little sore, so I have a cup of tea. I will do my best not to rudely slurp it into the microphone, but I can't make any promises. Alright, yeah, great. Mail station. Alright, we've got 2 things. Notice campaign start. Dear Haseo, thank you for your regular patronage of the world. This is to inform you that you can now participate in the campaign known as Lucky Data Collection. For details, please talk to the NPC client, Dr. Pao. Dr. Pao's house is in the Mak Anu's Alchemy District. Okay? To Kennard from Adderley. I know it's kind of late, but I thought you should tell everyone in Kennard that you're going to participate in the arena tournament. Let's go together, shall we? It's Adderley.
I'll go see Syllabus and explain things to him directly.
Sounds good. Alright. Why does Syllabus need to know? He's not really involved. Alright, let's see this stuff about Crimson Versus so it stops bothering me all the time. Okay, what do you want? How do I use the menu? From Kazuki. I don't get it. Tell me how. Tenjin says, did you read the manual? Try to figure these things out for yourself before asking other people. For that matter, let me say this. I know this makes me sound like a grumpy elder, but try to be a little more polite when asking others for favors. No one's going to want to help with an attitude like that. Jeez Louise. Apple Starred, in reply to Tenjin, says, Now, Smiley, I fully agree with what you're saying, but let's tell him anyway. Besides, it looks like he's still a child, okay? To Kazuki, I'll explain in the next responses. Apple Star. Cards. This lets you construct a deck, see the cards you own, and hold practice battles. You can also use this to view the illustrations for all the cards you collect. About the terms used. If you're wondering what some of the words here mean, I explained them all back in the thread Crimson Versus is back. Versus. This lets you enter a deck made in the cards menu in the battle arena. Once entered, decks will automatically find opponents and fight them, so there's no need for the player to control them. Also, if you choose the log command in the Versus menu, you can see the battle log of your 20 most recent fights. Okay? Game Help explains how to play Crimson Versus, how to use the menus, and other aspects. I recommend making this your first stop if you become unsure of what to do. And this will log you out of Crimson Versus and bring you back to your computer's desktop. You can save your game with Data Manager or something, just like you can with The World. Don't forget to save your game before turning off your computer. When playing Crimson Versus, your status is shown at the bottom right of the screen. I'll explain each status for you just in case. Player name displays the name you chose when making your account. Registered deck displays the name of the deck you currently have registered in the battle arena. Battle record displays your total battles/wins/losses since starting the game. Cannot be reset. Rank displays your rank. Your rank goes up the more you win and goes down the more you lose. That should just about do it. Did that help? Well, I guess we'll never know. How do I make a deck? Says Kazuki. Oh my god. I don't get it. Tell me how. Jeez, Kazuki. Yet another bare bones post, eh? Says Masaki. I'm assuming you didn't understand what the official explanation meant. Alright then, I'll try to explain this as easily as I can. Decks are made up of 4 cards. They break down like so. General cards are, you've got 1 general card and 3 unit cards. This is the basic rule you must follow whenever you make a new deck. Other rules are, the total cost of the unit cards must be the same or equal to the general card's charisma. As long as the general card's charisma allows it, you can have as many of the same unit card in a deck as you like. General card stats contain the following characteristics. A general with high charisma will have low AP and HP. A general with low charisma will have high AP and HP. Using the information I mentioned in my last response, general card stats, I'll now tell you what kind of unit cards to use to construct different kinds of decks based on your general's characteristics. Improve on your general's strong points. For example, if your general has a lot of AP, put a unit card that will raise it even more. Make up for your general's weak points. For example, if your general doesn't have much HP, include a unit card that will raise it. Make your general stronger all around. For example, if your general has a lot of AP but almost no HP, use unit cards that will not only raise their HP, but also make it so they can attack. A combination of the 2 styles listed above. Although I've written down how to build a deck around your general here, you can also try building a deck around the unit cards you want to use once you've figured out the concept. Oh my god, so much of this. When adding unit cards into a deck, be sure to think about how you'll want to best divide up your general's charisma. Specialist style. A style that bets everything you have on your best unit card. Junction ability. I have no idea what that means. Once you've added in a unit card with a high cost, add in 2 other unit cards to fill out the remaining charisma. These cards will usually have a cost of around 1 or 2. Balanced style. A style that aims for victory by dividing your general's charisma evenly for a well-balanced deck that lacks any outstanding feature. For example, when using a general with 8 charisma, you would use unit cards with a 3/3/2 cost. Rare cards may look to be really strong or have an amazing junction ability, but just putting 1 in your deck doesn't guarantee your victory. Be sure to double check your general card's characteristics and your unit card's characteristics and think about how to use your general's charisma most effectively. Okay, that's it. Does that help? I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Kagari says, I can't win. I was winning fairly often right after they opened the service back up, but lately I can't seem to win. This is the main deck I'm using. First is Iron Fist of Anger. Cost 4, Trinity Assault. JA is, well, I guess that's junction ability. 5 damage to both armies. Second, Unyielding Sparks. Cost 4, Trinity Assault, blah 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 blah. Third is Come Back Alive. Fourth is, or the general is Coon from Raven. Oh my god, Coon! Ah, awesome. Can somebody please tell me what I should fix? Hoo boy, where to begin? 1. Deck concept. What's your deck concept? There are several concepts like first attack types and endurance types, and I'm afraid your current deck doesn't seem to have a clear concept. Not only that, but your units, junction abilities, oh this is Apple Star by the way, aren't bringing out your general's full potential either. Try putting together a new deck with a definite concept in mind from the beginning. 2. Wasted charisma. It does you no good to have charisma left over. Your unit's total cost is 10, so if you want to make a deck to match your units, you should be able to put in a general with higher AP and HP. Damage control. You have 2 units, junction abilities, that deal damage to both armies, but the total damage you're receiving is far too much for your general's HP. When putting together a deck, try to think about what will happen if all your units win, or even just a particular unit. Also, I don't think Come Back Alive has as much effect as you think. Mitan says, I tried putting together a new deck for you based on your current general. I don't have this general myself, but whatever. Okay, there's the thing. It's these 4. Impenetrable Barrier, Young Girl's Path, Healing Waves, and Kun. This deck's concept is based on trusting your units to work for you. It aims to make up for your general's weak point, which is his low AP, with the damage reflected back on the enemy from Impenetrable Barrier. This deck is the best against a deck with a high AP total after 2 turns, and whose units all share a Snipe Trinity. This deck is weak against a deck with a low AP total after 2 turns, and whose units all share an Assault Trinity. Applestar Mitan says, Kagari, thank you both very much. I think I have an idea of why I was losing now. If it's not too much to ask, could you tell me more about other deck concepts? Renji has jumped in to say, alright, I'll try writing down a few concepts. First up is the Endurance type. This is a deck with a general that has high HP to endure the enemy's attacks. Invisible, Azure Sea's Laugh, Healing Waves, Gaspard of Canard. Gaspard! This deck is best against a deck with 5 or less AP, a double attack deck with low AP. This deck is weak against a first attack deck with high AP, a deck with units like Restraint of Discipline or Rival Spirits that erases your army's junction abilities, an anti-shield specialist deck that contains Time of Peace. Next we have a first attack type. This is a deck whose general has a lot of AP and that tries to finish the fight in 1 or 2 turns. Passing through, Time of Peace, Falling Flag, Haseo the Black Rogue. Oh my god, Haseo, you're an example. This deck is best against a deck with a general with low HP, a deck made up of Shield Trinities, an Endurance deck with low AP. This deck is weak against a deck with junction abilities that reflect back damage or evade attacks, an anti-assault deck that contains Gimme Some Chim. Oh man, Haseo, you're weak to chims. A double attack type. A deck built around Officially Allowed's junction ability, Quick Dance. Okay, so we've got Reckless Roar, Officially Allowed, PK Network, and Kun. This deck is best against a first attack deck with high AP. This deck is weak against an Endurance deck that reduces the damage it receives, an anti-snipe specialist deck that contains a Time to Love, a deck that contains a Damage Reflect junction. Oh my god, how many of these are there? Stop! A deck that relies on its general having high AP and HP. Be careful, this kind of deck can't get much support from its units. Okay, so this is Angry Blue Sky, What Was That?, Come Back Alive, and Tri-Edge. This deck is best against all decks with low HP. This deck is weak against all decks with high HP and many strong junctions. That should cover most of the popular decks. Thank you very much. I'll try making a new deck using these examples as a reference. Hear that, Haseo? You're a popular deck general. Aren't you proud? Alright, you know what? Let's head into this Crimson Versus and just set something up so it just does this in the background while we're doing other things. I'm gonna have a sip of tea while this is reading. There we go. Okay, welcome to Crimson Versus. Crimson Versus is an automatic card game. Create a deck, register for the battle arena, and battles will be conducted automatically with other players' decks. Battling nets you cards, which you can use to build stronger decks. Win matches to become the #1 player in the ranking. Okay. Proceed. Thank you. Alright, you got the following cards. These cards have already been set inside your deck. We got number 35, Unreaching Blade. Number 30, the Trinity. Number 31, March of Destruction. Number 9, Degenerating Haseo. Number 69, Master Subaru. Number 67, Cat Punch. Number 76, Order Upheld. And number 25, Syllabus of Canard. You got a booster pack. Red Rebellion 2 packs. Number of cards, 6. You got the following cards. I have no idea what's going on right now. 26, Kappa Rappa Kappa. Number 7, Balmung. Number 35, Unreaching Blade again. Number 47, Young Girl's Path. Number 77, Rose Letters. Number 28, What Was That? Try using your newly gained cards to edit your deck. Choose Deck Edit under the card menu to do so. Okay? Sure, let's build something. Here you can choose which deck you would like to edit. You can maintain a total of 3 decks and choose any of these 3 to use for battles. Okay, do we actually have something made? Okay, well, it looks like we can have either Syllabus or Hiseo leading. What's this? Here you can choose which cards in the deck you wish to switch. Card types are mainly divided into generals and units. A single deck is made up of 1 general and 3 units. Each general has a charisma stat that amounts to the maximum cost available to units. Always consider a card's abilities and its charisma cost to make the strongest deck you can. Okay, so what do we have? This one is Unreaching Blade, the Trinity, March of Destruction, and Degenerating Hiseo. Whoa, what's going on here? I want to play with a Syllabus deck. Let's go to the Syllabus one. Alright, so what's Syllabus's thing? I guess he's Snipe. I have no idea what that means. Is there like a tutorial here or something? After editing your deck, try using it in a practice battle. You can use practice battles to pit one of your decks against another and verify your card's abilities. Okay, that's nice. You need to register a deck you will use to battle before you can begin the battle. Please choose battle entry under the Versus to register your deck. That's cool. Let's look at the tutorial. Oh, this is long. What is Crimson Versus? Oh my god, no! You know what? We'll come back to this sometime. Let's just pick one of these decks and just do it. What have we got? We've got 2 Hiseos and a Syllabus. This one has Bordeaux. Why in the world is Hiseo working with Bordeaux? Okay, let's see. Okay, so we've got Cat Punch, Master Subaru, Order Upheld. Okay, they're all snipes. So this one adds 1 AP to your general, adds 1 AP to your general, reduces 1 HP at the beginning of each of your turns, adds 2 AP to your general. Do we have other general cards? Here you can choose which cards you wish to add to a deck. If you wish to add more than 1 of the same card, you must have enough of that card in your possession to do so. You can use the square sort function to line up the cards in order of their cost. Okay, so we've got Hiseo and Balmung. Okay, well, I think let's mess around with this deck and change it to Balmung. Alright, so you are an assault thing. And we're up to total usage at this point. Vengeful Arrow. Snipe, Snipe, Assault. Deals 1 point of damage to enemy general at the beginning of your turn. Adds 2 AP to your general. Adds 1 AP to your general. Reduces 1 HP at the beginning of your turns. Okay. Well, let's see how this deck does. I just, did nothing to that. But practice battle allows you to battle 2 of your own decks. A battle will begin after choosing left side and right side decks. First, choose a deck from the left side. Okay, let's try this one. This will register deck 3, is that okay? Sure, I don't care. Choose a deck for your right side. After you have made your choice, a battle will begin between left and right side decks. Let's have Balmung fight Syllabus. Practice battle preparations are complete. Starting battle. Oh my god, it's so exciting. If it does things. Are we doing things? Oh, there we go. I have to actually press X. Okay. Who wins? Everybody loses. Alright. Oh, hey, that one won. Okay. Alright. That one won. Oh my god, Syllabus versus Balmung. Flame Fang activated. I get the sense this is gonna last forever. Okay. Okay, attack Balmung. Alright. Syllabus is winning right now. We'll see how long that lasts. Uh-oh. I think you're gonna lose, Syllabus. If he hits you for 6 again, you're out, man. Oh no! Syllabus has lost. Poor Syllabus.